All right. Welcome to DCT.
Episode 53.
Hey, Ben.
Hi. You know what is great about this weather getting warmer?
Pretty much everything.
Baseball.
Baseball?
The World Baseball Classic is going on right now. And it's actually been pretty sick to watch because the U.S., speaking in Screeching Eagle, has been dominant so far. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to them because we weren't going to talk about them until next week when everything kind of wrapped up in the group stages. But I wanted to give them a little shout out because they're doing phenomenal. All right. They played Brazil, who's not a very good team. They have, I think maybe
a couple MLB players.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if their whole roster is MLB
they
players.
They have, six. I don't actually know.
6 or 7 players, at least. They played Brazil in their first game of the group stages, won 15-5.
Oof.
Dominating victory.
I thought they played Great Britain.
That was their second game.
Oh.
And they played, and they won 9-1. So, and then at the time of recording, they're playing Mexico right now. And they were winning 5-2. So, we probably have another win in the bag tonight against Mexico. We'll see how that wraps up by the end of our episode.
You say that as we're blowing a lead.
Don't put the voodoo on us, man.
Whose lead? Anyways, let's continue.
Okay.
The Commanders had a great first day of free agency, in my opinion.
Yes,
I know I've been looking at a lot of social media accounts for, just free agency in general. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have been putting the Commanders at the bottom of the list, which,
Recency
whatever.
bias.
We thrive on being the underdog.
People not believing in us.
Yes. So, we got Jaden. Everyone was like, they're the Commanders. Then we went to the NFC Championship game. And then everyone started believing us, and we won 5 games again. So
now we're back in the shadows.
But I think it went really well for the first day, considering I think there were a lot of teams that overpaid for a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't think we were one of them.
Yes.
So far we have signed, I believe it's 5 players, re-signed / signed 5 players today. The first one we did was Laramie Tunsil. That was going to be a 2-year, $60 million deal. Great decision.
Great. Absolutely great.
Let me run through them all, and then we'll go back and react to them.
Okay.
Second deal was Amik Robertson, 2 years, $16 million with 9 of it guaranteed. Then we re-signed Marcus at 1 year, $7 million. Then we signed Adafe Owe for a 4-year, $100 million deal. I believe 68 of it was guaranteed. And then we finished off today. Well, who knows?
Who's today? Sorry.
The last signing was Tim Settle, and that was a 3-year, $24 million deal.
And that was before we started recording. So if anything happens during this episode, you guys will be the first to know. Because Ben will freak out.
I've got my Adam Schefter notifications on. I've got all my Washington Insider tweet notifications on. So if anything happens, I will go batshit crazy. But let's go ahead and talk about these a little bit more. Laramie Tunsil deal, I thought was great. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think priority number 1 in Washington right now should be protecting Jaden Daniels, making sure that franchise cornerstone moving forward is not going to be hurt the 4 or 5 times that he was this year. Mm-hmm. It can't keep happening. If that's going to be what it is, it's just going to be RG4 at that point. I hate making that comparison, but if this year is a portrayal of what's to come, not great. Yeah. But we get Laramie Tunsil in, that left tackle of the future. He rated on PFF as the second best lineman in the NFL against the pass, which is fantastic. And then I believe he was around 21, 22 for rush block. But, number 6 overall on PFF, I believe, which is fantastic.
Great.
That line will now be most likely, unless we pick up another couple people, it'll be Tunsil at left tackle. It'll be Coleman at left guard. Who knows at center? Most likely right now it's looking like Allegretti, which I think is not a bad decision. You fucking hate that idea. our right guard's obviously going to be Sam Cosme, and then we'll finish it off on the right side with Connerly, obviously, at that right tackle. So, an above-average line, in my opinion, depending on who we get at center. Mm-hmm. Now, the other end of this, the other side of the coin, Amik Robertson, did not like this signing at all. I thought, there were a lot of corners on the market today. You had Alontae Taylor, you had Tariq Woolen, you had what's his name? Went to the Titans from the Giants. Can't remember his name right now. But you had a lot of great guys. And what did the Commanders do? They said, you know what? We just moved on from Marshawn Lattimore. We just moved on from one of the lowest rated corners in the NFL. What are we going to do now? Let's go out and get the guy that gave up the 5th most passing yards in the NFL last year.
Smart.
I mean, he's rated on PFF 110 out of 114 corners. One of those 4 was probably Marshawn Lattimore, but
upgrades, baby, upgrades.
2 years, $16 million, like $8 million or $9 million guaranteed. Like, it's not a huge deal, obviously, but I think the fact that we gave one of the lowest ranked corners in the NFL when that's a position that we're struggling at majorly is a terrible idea. Move on to the Marcus signing. Great deal, in my opinion. I mean, we signed him for $1 million less than we did last year, and that was when, we didn't think he was going to be playing 10 fucking games for us. Now we signed him for another $7 million. Hopefully, he's not playing another 10 games for us this year. But I think it's a great signing. I think, obviously, he looked out into the market and was like, okay, we've got Malik Willis going to the Dolphins. We've got Kyler's not signed. Tua's not signed. Well, Tua's now signed.
Tua's
He's going to Atlanta.
Atlanta, sorry.
Crazy. 2 lefties in Atlanta now. Yeah. 2 injury-prone lefties in Atlanta now.
And Kirko. So, depending on whoever they want to use down there, I guess.
But great signing, in my opinion. Obviously, like we said last episode, one of the best things to have in the NFL is a very competent backup. So I'm very happy that we secured that. And then we move on to my favorite signing of the day, the Odafe Owe signing. Fantastic, in my opinion. I know we talked about it last episode as one of the signings that we really wanted to prioritize, and I'm glad that we actually went out and did it.
I'm glad they listened to you, Ben.
Thank you. Finally, Adam Peters, you heard what I was saying.
He listens to the podcast every week.
100%. But, I mean, he's 27 years old. He ranks in the 80th percentile on pass rush win rate. He ranks in the 82nd percentile on his pressure rate. Obviously, he came over from Baltimore to LA at the halfway point of last season. Baltimore was not utilizing him correctly.
Yeah.
He had no sacks up until that point. So they said, okay, let's ship him off. Let's send him to freaking Jim Harbaugh for whatever reason and watch him get 7.5 sacks the rest of the season.
In like 5 games, right?
Yeah, no, he was fantastic, in my opinion. And he's joining a line with Dietrich Wise on it, with Dorrance Armstrong on it. Maybe we get another edge during this free agency period. We'll see.
Well, maybe we'll re-sign Von Miller. Who knows?
Don't get me started on that. But I think it's fantastic. $25 million a year if a full contract gets paid out. And I think that's a great deal. He's 27 years old, making $25 million a year. It's not that, top of the market edge money, but it's not a small contract.
Right.
So I think it's that good middle point moving forward. Let's see how he does.
Yeah. Only hope for the best.
Yeah. And then the last one, Tim Settle, returning to Washington. He played his first 3 years here and then joined Buffalo. Then I believe in the middle of that stint, signed with Houston. So that was a interesting move on his part, considering the amount of depth and players that they have there. But he did pretty well. I mean, he ranked 27th out of 134 defensive linemen, which
is pretty good. Probably a lot better than our guys.
Unfortunately. But $8 million a year, not bad. Now, obviously, that 27th out of 134, he had, I believe he ranked about midway in terms of snap count.
Right.
Because obviously he was switching out a lot of guys on that Houston defense.
Right.
But overall, I think we did well.
Yes. And now for the grades. So we have Laramie Tunsil, 2 years, $60 million. I gave it a B+ because I like it. I think it's a little bit on the higher end, but we had the money. We were one of the only teams that had that kind of money to use that for. Yeah. And like you said, it's a number one priority for us to protect our cornerstone quarterback. So I give it a B+. I think it's great. I think he was obviously a dominant force on the line last year. Mm-hmm. So giving money to a guy who can definitely help us, and especially with whatever Peters wants to do building this line further into the future, I like where this is going. So B+, Tunsil, great re-sign. Amik Robertson, I know you expressed your disinterest about, not going after other corners, whatever. I gave him a B. Just because it doesn't fill the need completely, but it does give us room to get someone else. We still have a lot more money in cap space if we want to go and get someone else in the market who's still out there. So I want to say, yes, you have something.
The reasoning for giving it a higher grade is that we can go out and sign somebody else.
It's because this is not the worst thing to happen to us. As long as we're still getting people, and he played on a very deep Detroit Lions team. So, of course, he wasn't going to get that many snaps. I think he only registered, 40... Oh, God. I think it was he was in the 40th percentile of starting, right? So, he was under both of their starters, but he did get a lot more playing time when they got hurt.
I think he played a good amount in Detroit because, like you said, they got hurt, so he was constantly playing. I don't think he's missed a game in the last 4 years.
Yeah, so. He's had decent stats, but it could have been a lot worse. So, B, take it or leave it. Fuck, yeah, whatever. Marcus Mariota, 1 year, $7 million, A-. I mean, getting a backup QB is great. Yeah. And especially getting one that has, 1, the starting experience, 2, the years under his belt in different organizations, and 3, a guy that can go out there with all your players without your starting quarterback and win games. Yeah. He's the best backup quarterback on the market, although some quarterbacks are now becoming backup quarterbacks like Tua and, other Malik Willis when, Jordan Love was hurt.
He's a starter.
Yeah, so we will see how that works, but A- for Mariota. We got him for cheaper, and he obviously wants to stay in DC. So he's been a great locker room guy. Love having him around.
Oh, yeah.
Great backup. Odafe Owe, 4 years, $100 million, A-. This one is we filled the exact need that we needed in going after and getting a high-value tight end, or a high-value defensive end. Yeah. He was great last year, like you said, 7.5 sacks in 5 games. That's phenomenal after not even playing hardly half the season.
Yeah.
He's going to fit right into our offense nicely. I think that we're going to have a nice rotation of DNs come fall training, I guess, summer training, summer camp, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be great. A-. I think it's good. I think $25 million a year is good. Mm-hmm. The fact that we didn't blow over $35 million on this is great. The fact we didn't oversign anybody is fantastic. Yeah. So A-, I like it. Odafe is going to be great. Mm-hmm. Tim Settle Jr., 3 years, $24 million. I have a B, just because, again, fills a need. We love stacking up that defensive line. So he is definitely going to have a nicer rotation. It's going to be able to limit some of the injuries that our defensive line has because they don't have to play all of the snaps that they've been playing already.
Yeah.
So this is a great sign. We have done super well so far in free agency and not completely bombing this.
Contrary to popular opinion.
Yeah, so everybody's got recency bias saying, oh, these moves don't fucking matter because the Commanders are dog shit again. Whatever. Fuck you and your chicken strips. We're going to be back in the playoffs before you know it.
Damn right.
And it looks like we had some other news around the league too, didn't we?
We did, yeah. So I'm going to run through a list of free agents and what their AAV is going to be this year. So just kind of rapid fire. Give me what you think. Quick 15, 20 seconds on each one. Let me know what you think.
Yes,
Give it
sir.
a grade, and then we'll move on to the next one. All right. First guy, Tyler Linderbaum to the Raiders, making $27 million a year for 3 years.
Best center on the market. He was going to go somewhere. The Ravens didn't seem like they wanted to pay Linderbaum money. And there were teams that did. And, hey, it's probably better for them. They needed a guy like Linderbaum. They needed anybody on that O-line, honestly. Yeah. So I would say it's good. I would say, I don't know, probably A-.
A-. Yeah. Protecting Fernando.
Yeah. Talk about a team that hit in the freaking free agency market. Oh, my God. They spent so much money in the free agency market, but they got a lot.
Not as much as the Titans.
No, true.
Next one. Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs. He's going to be making $14 million a year for the next 3 years.
Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker, going to play with Patrick Mahomes. And, wow. That team is just going to be good again, I guess. Their whole problem has been, one, not having a wide receiver to throw to, and two, not having a running back to run the ball. So K9 fixes that problem immediately, and now they're going to have to worry about drafting a wide receiver. So they'll probably draft another wide receiver. They'll probably fleece another one from the Bills. So we'll see how that goes. But I would say, I don't know, B+.
B+?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, Jalen Phillips to the Carolina Panthers. He's going to be making $30 million a year for the next 4 years.
Good God. Whoever the pockets are in Carolina right now that run so deep, that another team that has just blown so much money on free agency.
Oh, yeah.
I think it may have been a slight overpay, but that's definitely good for them. They gave away a lot of pieces, between the end of the season and now.
Yeah.
So I would say that this fills a hole that they needed 100%. But I guess they wanted that security of paying a little more so that no other team would try to get him. But I would give it a B, probably.
Yeah, I think I'd give it a B- just because it's a very high price for somebody that literally... I saw a chronology of Jalen Phillips for the last 3 years, and it was first year in the league towards ACL, second year in the league towards ACL, third year in the league, got traded to Philly, had 5 sacks in the last half of the season, got $120 million.
Seems
a little off to me.
If you got the money, spend it, I guess.
I'd go B-. Isaiah Likely to the Giants.
God, I wanted Isaiah Likely so freaking bad.
$13 million a year for the next 3 years.
That's nothing. Oh, my God, Adam. We needed a tight end, man.
Now, we're not grading this based on our feelings. We're grading this based on what the deal meant for the team.
It's great because they only had Theo Johnson, really, as their tight end up there. So now, instantly a tight end 1.
Instantly a wide receiver 2, really.
Instantly, yeah, with Wandale not being there anymore, he's going to get a bunch of recs. He's going to play really well with Mr. Fart. So, I'm sorry. I'm just so mad, bro. Oh, God. But, yeah, I would say, A-.
A-.
He's the best tight end on the market right now, so.
All right. Mike Evans to the San Francisco 49ers. 3 years, making $20 million a year.
This one was crazy. I didn't think Mike was going to go anywhere.
I got kind of sad.
And then I saw the notey, and I was just like, wow, okay, so the Niners instantly became a Super Bowl favorite.
Yeah.
They're now going to be in, the top 3 teams that are going to make the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
their whole problem last year was that they didn't have a healthy wide receiver that could stretch over more than 4 games.
Oh, who knows? Mike Evans might not be that guy.
He might not be that guy, but... Mr. 1,000 yards is going to try his damnedest.
Didn't get it this last year.
Yeah, well.
We'll see.
18 years, I guess, speaks for itself.
I'd give it a B.
Yeah, I'd say a B. Maybe a B-.
I think it was a kind of a little bit of an overpay.
Yeah. Vet, whatever.
Yeah, true. Okay, next one. Malik Willis to the Miami Dolphins. He's going to be making $22 million a year for the next 3 years.
God, the Miami is just a dumpster fire right now. I'm surprised Devon Achane hasn't requested a trade out of Miami yet.
Honestly.
But as far as the Dolphins are concerned, I guess they got a quarterback. Malik Willis is good. He was good on the Packers, who had a great O-line and decent receivers. Now you have a terrible O-line or a terrible pass blocking O-line, and sorry, I got distracted. Is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm just making sure one of the Commanders insiders tweeted, just making. Yep, no, we're good. They're just talking about Adafe.
Oh, okay, cool. As we are right now.
Yeah.
I guess it's like a pretty unilateral move going from Tua to Malik Willis, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Malik's definitely healthier than Tua is.
They hate Tua so much there. They said, we'll give you $91 million to fuck off.
Yeah. So, I mean, fills the quarterback spot better than having freaking Skylar Thompson and whoever the hell's down there now play.
Yeah.
So, I give it a B+, I guess.
I think I'd go C+.
C+. I mean, it's an upgrade from Tua.
Barely.
And, I think he's got a better arm.
Who knows?
So.
The guy's played 6 games in the last 2 years.
I mean, I said it at the end of last season. I'm like, Malik Willis played a really good, last 3 or 4 games. There's going to be a team that's going to fucking grab this guy.
Yeah, but I mean, that was common knowledge. But
then again, we also thought that Mariota was going to go to a different team, too, after the way he played. But
yeah.
then again, recency bias.
We also
think the Commanders are trash, so...
We also didn't think there were going to be 4, starting level caliber quarterbacks get released, immediately.
Yeah. So...
Anyway, Alex Pierce signing for the Indianapolis Colts at $29 million a year for the next 4 years.
Yeah, the Colts have definitely been the biggest loser, I think, in my opinion, in this free agency so far.
One of them.
That wholly overpay. In my opinion, I mean, he's been fighting for catches with Michael Pittman Jr. for the last 2-3 seasons now, and he had He has a good 3 or 4 games a season. And
that's the thing is he's not a wide receiver 1 in terms of he's going to be that 7 or 8 reception a game guy. He's that I'm going to route you up and get a 50-yard bomb twice a game maybe.
That's Brandon Ayuk money. And honestly, I would rather have Brandon Ayuk on my team. So,
well, at least Alex Pierce shows up.
Yeah, I mean that's true. If it was just raw ability, I would probably take Ayuk, but I would say it's still kind of an overpay. I'd probably give it a B-.
Yeah. Okay. Next one, Wan'Dale Robinson to the Tennessee Titans for $19.5 million a year for the next 4 years.
This is fantastic. Wan'Dale had an amazing year last year in terms of being a wide receiver 2, having to step up into that wide receiver 1 role in week 3 after Neighbors dies.
Yeah.
So it's that was your talent right there going out for the rest of the year. Wan'Dale stepped up, pulled it up by his bootstraps, and had a great year. Had over 1,000 yards receiving. Had, I think, 7 or 8 touchdowns this year.
Yeah.
I mean, despite the Giants not winning a whole lot of games, I mean, they put up some pretty good fights. They scored over 30 in 4 games. It's great. It's great for them.
Yeah.
Wan'Dale getting out of New York, honestly, the best thing that could happen for him. I don't see New York going that deep and winning a bowl. Now, granted, Tennessee has
winning
no better
a bowl?
odds. Yeah, the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
But I also see that the Tennessee's also nowhere near, but I feel he's gonna eat a lot better in that Tennessee offense. So
call me crazy. Tennessee made a lot of moves today. Mm-hmm. I could kind of see them being us 2 years ago, Patriots last year type.
Yeah, they're
team.
gonna have the strength of schedule on their side this year.
Mm-hmm.
They have a bunch of fresh faces. They got a bunch of money flying around. I mean,
Dable's the offensive coordinator there with Wan'Dale now. Mm-hmm. Cam Ward's
going to get some protection now in this draft class as well. So, Wan'Dale, I think that's great for the Titans, A-.
Yeah. Travis Etienne to the Saints.
This one confused the hell out of me because I was freaking out earlier thinking oh, God, Adam Peters is going to try and go get Alvin Kamara. This is going to scare the shit out of me because he's going to give him $35 million a year.
We'll give you the 7th overall pick for Alvin Kamara.
But as far as the Saints go, very confused by this.
I don't understand it because you've got 3 young running backs already in your room, and you go out and pay $13 million a year for Etienne for 3 years.
And, I mean, no shade to Etienne. He had a great year.
No,
I mean, he deserves the money.
Yeah,
the Saints shouldn't be giving it to him because they don't need a running back.
No.
Now, I mean, This does leave some question marks out there for Kamara. I mean, he's still not re-signed yet, and he's still not extended. So we have no idea what's going to happen. But granted, it's like the first big boom of free agency. We'll see what happens in the next few days. But I would say probably a C+.
Yeah.
I'd hate it. I don't like the move for the Jags perspective because they're kind of throwing everything now onto Bashal.
Yeah.
And that's kind of crazy to me, especially since he was at the beginning of last season just returning kicks. And now he's going to be your RB1. So
he be tootin'.
He be tootin'. So
all right.
Yeah.
C plus you said?
C plus, yeah.
I'm gonna give it a C.
Yeah.
It's like why?
It's it's unneeded.
Exactly. Next one, Alex Anzalone going to the Buccaneers, the linebacker from the Lions.
That is how much?
He is going to be making $8.5 million a year.
Wow.
For 2 years.
What? That's crazy. I feel like they got him for cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I mean, I think he's obviously not like a top linebacker in the league. Mm-hmm. I think he's very good, though. Yeah. And I think the fact that they were kind of able to... They still have Levante David, obviously. That guy is going... He's a fossil.
Yeah.
At this point. But he's still producing. Mm-hmm. A lot like our Robert Wagner.
Yeah.
But I do think that the Lions are actually going to suffer because of this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they got rid of cornerstone of their defense.
Yeah, what are they going to do without Amik Robertson?
God, you're so right.
I'll give it for the Bucks. I think I'd give it a B.
Yeah, I mean it's an upgrade. They definitely needed a guy with some knowledge in that secondary. So
knowledge.
That's it. That fills the gap for him.
All right, another Bucks move, getting Kenneth Gainwell for $14 million for 2 years, so making $7 million a year.
This is a great move for the Bucks.
Fantastic.
Honestly. I mean, they were not even considering re-signing Rachaad White, and they're definitely getting an upgrade, in my opinion, in Kenneth Gainwell. Mm-hmm. So now Gainwell and Bucky in that backfield is disgusting, especially with a guy like Baker at quarterback. That team is instantly scarier, but now they have no wide receivers. So, I mean...
They still have Chris Godwin.
Half of Chris Godwin.
Emeka. They've got, what's his name? The guy that almost broke his neck.
Sterling Shepard?
No. Well, they do have Sterling Shepard, but the other guy, the younger one that everybody went to pick up on waiver wires, once the other two went out last year.
God, I don't know.
I can't remember his name.
Some guy. I mean, it's a lot of young faces, but I like the pickup on defense.
Yeah.
I would say B+.
Yeah, I like it as well. I'll go B+ too. And we're going to finish this off with Tremaine Edmonds going to the New York Giants. He's going to be making $12 million a year for the next 3 years.
I mean, God, I'm just so sad. This is another guy I would have loved.
Yeah, I agree. Filling in for that linebacker spot would have been great for us, considering...
It's like Adam, what the fuck are you doing? Adam, some of these don't even make sense, dude.
I'm not going to lie. The depression and deep pain in the bottom of my heart when I saw the Isaiah Likely notification, followed 20 minutes later by the Tremaine Edmonds notification. I was like,
it's like, Adam, this is it. This was your year to show everybody that you weren't fraudulent in free agency. If you mess up this draft, I'm going to talk about this. You know what? I'm just going to save it for later because I'm talking about this later in the episode.
This is a great idea.
I'm just going to save it. Whatever. So, yeah. Edmonds, I mean, he's going to be great for the Giants. I mean, the Giants definitely have their front four figured out. And they needed some help at that interior second level. So, I mean, he's definitely going to help in the run game, and his pass protection is great. So, I would say B+.
Yeah. But good first day of free agency.
A lot of moves.
A lot of money being thrown around.
God, I wish it was on me.
Anyways,
let's
go ahead and move on off of that, whatever the fuck that was. Let's go ahead and talk another Washington sport. Hello, princess. Well, you're dead, but
Same jersey though.
same jersey. The number 3 in Washington, currently being worn by a Mr. Trae Young.
Woo! I love Trae Young. Oh my God. So Trae Young played his first basketball game in a Wizards uniform on Thursday, which is when we recorded our last episode. So
Indeed.
right back at the top of the week. See, we planned this out. You know, we know what we're talking about.
Not
here.
well, but we do plan it
It's
out.
planned out. It's not well, but it's planned out. Trae Young, his first 2 basketball games. Gonna run through it, and I'm gonna give some shout outs.
Okay.
First game was against the Jazz. He had 12, 6, and 2.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy, just a light 12, 6, and 2.
Yeah.
And versus the Pelicans, 17, 8, and 4. Those numbers are looking a little better.
Mucho better.
So, I want to say that the numbers don't stand out. They're not jump off the page, whatever. Realizing that we are tanking, whatever. I was telling Ben this earlier. It's like, when you get all these young guys out there, sometimes they just accidentally play really well and win a few of these games. So they needed that vet like Trae Young on the court to just know when it's time to okay.
Yeah.
We've played a good 3 quarters. We're kind of winning a little bit. Let's just pump the brakes a little bit and secure that spot.
Sometimes they'll play a Detroit Pistons team and beat them for whatever reason.
By 20 points.
And then Trae Young comes in and is like, what are we doing?
How are we beating the Pistons? But losing to the Jazz. Whatever. But a couple shout-outs I wanted to give. In these last 2 games, you can already see the Trae Young effect in full swing. And the guy that is benefiting the most from this so far is Trey Johnson. Mm-hmm. Trey Johnson has been he's been eating at that 3-point line these last 2 games. In the first game against the Jazz, he had 15 points, which is 5 threes, by the way. He hit 5 threes, 4 of them off of Trae Young passes, directly off of Trae Young passes. In the second game, versus the Pelicans, Trae had 20 points and 4 threes. 3 of those threes came directly from Trae Young passes.
Every day of our life, praise the Lord.
You turning this into an edit now? So you're already seeing a guy, a floor general, if you will, move around the ball with a bunch of these young guys. A lot of these young guys, they don't know how to take charge yet. No. They haven't been in the league that long. They don't know what it is to take the lead and pass that ball around. And that's exactly what Trae Young does. He has the court vision, he has the knowledge, and he has the handles to have separation and have high IQ basketball passes. And that is exactly what this team needs, especially with the turnover struggles that we had last year without having a solid point guard. So, all that being said, it's been a great 2 games for Trae Young fans out there. I also do want to give a quick shout out to Julian Reese. We didn't talk about Julian Reese on this podcast because the game hadn't happened yet. Julian Reese came out against the Jazz and had 18 points and 20 rebounds. He had 20 rebounds. 10 of them were offensive rebounds. Now, Julian Reese, for those of you who don't know, is Angel Reese's younger brother. She was in D.C. courtside for Julian Reese's game.
We don't have to bring her up.
I'm just saying he is a Washingtonite now, so we have to respect him and his family. And Angel Reese has now become included into our DC family. So
Angel Reese was probably like, wow, you got 10 offensive rebounds? That's nothing. I get 14 of those a game off of my own misses. But
I get 14 me-bounds a game. But yeah, shout out Julian. He's been playing great. He's been a great roll bench guy for us. We've also had Leaky Black starting a lot of these games recently.
He's been playing really well.
He's been playing super well. So shout out Leaky. Our teams, we're just feeling out these players for the rest of the year now. We're just in that mode, and we haven't even seen AD play yet.
We haven't.
This is a great thing to happen.
It's phenomenal because I'm actually really excited to see what the lineup will look like next season. Obviously, we had probably, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have a top 3 pick coming up in this draft, so we might get one of the top 3 players.
Boozer, what boozer?
But obviously we'll have to wait. But the idea of, say, excluding the draft pick, right now it would obviously be Trae Young, Trae Johnson, Keyshawn, Anthony Davis, Alex Sarr. That's a great lineup, first of all. But the collapsing of the my brain's not
Western
working right
world. What are you saying?
Every time Trae Young gets the ball and he drives in, the defense just collapses in on itself.
He knows how to draw defense.
Because there's 5 guys needing to get to the basket because you have 2 7-footers standing under there. Then you have a 6'9" guy that's waiting on the foul line, essentially. And then you have Trae Young dragging 3 guys with him. Who does that leave open? A wide-open Trey Johnson. So I think it's hilarious considering the fact that the other day in the game when Trae Young had the ball and he passed it over to Trey passed it to Trey.
Trey passed it to Trey.
But Trey Johnson had the ball and Trae Young was just standing at the top of the key, just like waiting for him to give it back. Mm-hmm. And Trey Johnson was like, "Move around, please!
Stop calling for the ball,
God!"
He just waved his arm just 7 times in a row. Move down this court, bro.
But then obviously the minute Trey started moving, the help defense came with him, and with that opened up Trey for just that wide open 3.
Yes.
I need to see that every game next year.
And the same thing is going to happen.
It's going to be fantastic.
And it happens on any team. Any team where a guy drives into the middle of the paint, the defense collapses.
The plaintiff. I'm gonna be a plaintiff once he assaults me.
Whatever. It's great to be a Wizards fan right now, and this just gives me more hope in these games that Trae Young has been in.
Yeah.
These have all been winnable games, and these are all going to be winnable games with Anthony Davis. So this makes me so much happier to support our team this year and the next and all the years moving forward. So,
hooray.
Great job, guys. You guys are doing great. Just keep having fun out there, guys. Speaking of fun things. The weather
I'm a fun guy.
is getting super nice now.
Yeah.
We've had a 77-degree day today. We're having an 80-degree day tomorrow, and then we're back in the low 60s for the rest of the week. But this warm weather has got us thinking. We need some spring things ranked up on a list. And where do you need them when you rank them on a list? You need the Ben and the Keenan show. You know what I'm saying?
Spring things draft.
So as Ben has given away, we're doing a draft on spring things.
Sorry, guys. I didn't realize it was a spoiler.
Spoiler alert! We're doing a draft. So we are just going to do a, I guess, snake. I don't know. Or 1-1-1.
1-1-1.
Okay, so we're gonna do a 1-1-1-1 draft of spring things.
1-1-1.
You guys will catch on once we start drafting. So
it's not that difficult.
Ben,
if Keenan can do it, everyone can.
Ben, who gets the first pick?
You want to rock paper scissors for it?
All right.
Rock paper scissors shoot.
Damn it! Go. All right. For my first pick of the spring things draft, I'm taking baseball games. We are getting spring opening, or I guess, what is it called? Yeah, spring.
Opening day,
whatever. Opening day at the beginning of April. It is a spring thing, going back to baseball games, drinking beer, watching the Nationals suck. It's my favorite pastime. I am so excited for it. That is my number 1 pick, baseball games, for spring things.
Interesting. I was going a lot more basic when I was thinking of things.
Oh, okay.
My first thing is just going to be the temperature change. Going from that.
Just warmer.
And especially this year.
Yeah.
Good God. Going from those mornings when I'd walk out to my car and it would be 8 degrees with a real feel of -11. And
not to mention the half a foot of snow on the ground.
Not to mention me slipping and falling on my ass 3 times walking out of my house. And then going straight into days like today where, you walk out of work at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and you're like, this is what it should be like all the year. Year.
This is heaven.
This is heaven. 75 degrees out. I went and took a hot girl walk today.
With your dog?
No, just by myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Real hot girl walk.
It was great. I walked around the lake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about going in, or?
No.
Oh.
No.
Like not
I did see 2 people out on the lake paddleboarding.
Oh.
Which I was like, we're in Northern Virginia. Why do you own a paddleboard?
It's just the very white things you see out in this area.
Yes.
So,
Well, I was in Burke, but
that doesn't mean shit.
count it.
Count it. Point counts.
I think I'll go with temperature change and warmer weather.
All right. My number 2
Yes.
is going to be patio beers. Patio beers is my number 2.
Damn it.
The fact that I am able to go to bars now and go outside and sit down and drink my beer. I hate sitting indoors and drinking beers. It makes me tired. The lighting is always low. There's too many people. It smells like shit. Outside, it's great. You get a little bit of breeze. I could smoke if I want to. Like, this is just like, it's got all the options. And if the weather is beautiful, I got a beer in my hands.
But you don't smoke.
Oh, you're right. If the weather is nice, I have a beer in my hands. I'm taking patio beers at number 2.
Okay. I'm going to go with number 2 with one that I don't know if you'll... I'd hope you'd accept it,
Okay.
but I don't think that you'd think of it.
Okay.
And for number 3, it's a little more personally tailored to Keenan and I. But springtime, I'm going to go with celebrating our birthdays. Both Keenan and I both have birthdays in between March and June.
Yes.
Which is when I'd kind of think summer is. March and May, really.
It's like, yeah, it's like spring.
Yeah. So I think especially for the last couple years, we've always done something as a group with our friend group in celebration for both of our birthday. And I think each year they've been pretty fun.
Yes.
So I think that I would put those high.
Nice. So your second pick would be birthdays.
Yes.
Our birthdays specifically.
Spring birthday.
Spring birthday. All right. Number 3. I'm going to go with amusement parks. I'm taking amusement parks at number 3. It's going to be the first time of the season this year that that we are able to open the amusement parks again, and it's not freaking 40 degrees outside, and I'm getting wind burn on roller coasters because the wind feels like icicles. I love being outside, as I've mentioned.
Wait, do you like being outside?
Slightly. I like I like going on rides. I like being at amusement parks. Kings Dominion, shout out. Love Kings Dominion.
Oh, great.
I can't wait to go back. I'm probably going to go back in the next 2 months or so. So super excited about that. I got some honorable mentions on here, but those are my 3. Who is your third?
My third, very basic. It's literally just going to be daylight saving. Ending / starting, whatever the fuck it does.
So you hate Ramadan?
What?
Well, daylight savings makes the daytime longer, which means that people who celebrate Ramadan won't be able to eat for longer periods of time.
Well, I was more of just being selfish and thinking about myself. If I were to open the floor, I don't think that would be my third. But since you're being that type of person right now, I'm still gonna go with it.
Okay,
but,
word.
Getting out of work and it being dark every single time is awful.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
Especially those first few days of it turning to when we turn the clocks back.
Yeah.
And it's just dark at 4:45. And you just want to die.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's the worst.
It's depressing as hell.
And then today, we are walking into our event that we do every Monday.
Yep.
And it's
an event, like it's some sort of conference. We're in a bowling league, guys. We've talked about it before.
I don't like giving too much of my personal life out there.
What personal? It's bowling, the podcast, and work. That's it. Shout out to Vol.
I kind of yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
I kind of clutched up at bowling tonight, by the way.
Yeah. That was huge. You're so huge.
Time
with your bowling balls.
Once it gets into summer and it's not getting dark till like 9:30, maybe even 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what I love.
Peak. All right, so for our lists, I have number 1, baseball games, number 2, patio beers, and number 3, amusement parks.
Not gonna lie, I think you won the draft, dude, with just patio beers.
Dude, patio beers was a great one. I had some honorable mentions too. I had warmth as well too, and
warmth.
As my honorable mentions, the ones that I didn't select. Warmth, as in like fuck the cold. Like,
real.
Yeah, I had that one. I had walks. I had hot girl walks on there, and I had playing basketball outside.
Yes. Yep. Which we're gonna do tomorrow.
Yes. Shit, I might do it right now. Sorry.
And then I had warmer weather, our birthday / spring birthdays in general, and then the longer hours, more sunlight.
All right.
So that was our draft. Now let's move on to our last couple of topics. I believe
we're going to move on to our last topic. Our last topic. Which is going to be, since we're very free agent oriented right now, we're going to talk about the Commanders' needs going forward. The Commanders have filled some of their needs during this first day of free agency, or first big day of free agency.
Yeah.
Some of the needs we still have, according to ESPN, wide receiver, running back, center, and safety. Those 4 are the big prio ones that we had before free agency started and still since free agency started.
I have a list of all the available free agents, by the way.
Oh, okay, cool. If you want to run through those, that'd be great.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So you said the 4 needs were what? Wide receiver,
running back, center,
safety. So wide receiver, there's not a ton of running backs on the market right now.
Yeah.
But wide receiver, still got Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Juwan Jennings, Romeo Doubs, and Debo.
Yep.
So big names out there on the market. Center-wise, not a ton of talent left.
Yeah.
I still think we should just go with Allegretti. But some tackle / guards that are available. Elijah Vera Tucker's still out there. Joel Bitonio still out there. Rasheed Walker, nobody has signed yet somehow. And then Braden Smith. And obviously we know Jenkins on the Packers just got released today.
Yeah.
That would be huge if we could get him, but he's going to demand a high price, I think.
Probably,
he's a 2-time Pro Bowler. So.
And then the safeties that are out there right now?
Safeties, you got Jaquan Brisker still out there, Nick Cross still out there. I think Nick Cross will be one that we're going to go after. And then, obviously, corner, Tariq Woolen.
Right.
Linebacker, you still got Clavon Chasen. You still got... Actually, Quay Walker got signed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
No more Quay Walker.
It's getting down there. Defensive end.
He got signed by...
Was it Raiders?
The Raiders, yeah.
And a Kobe Dean, both, right?
Yes. Yeah, they had a lot of money. But I had some questions for you for Commanders into free agency.
Let's go ahead.
Number 1, how much more defense do you think we need to get in this free agency? We've hit a lot on defense so far in the early...
See, but we really haven't. Like, we've gotten...
Out of the people that we've signed.
We've gotten good positions.
Yes.
Like,
it's been mainly defensive focus from the positions that we have acquired.
Yes, but the thing is that we need an entirely new revamped defense. We got an edge. That's great. That's our best signing by far. We got a defensive tackle in Tim Settle. We compare that with Javon Kinlaw. We compare it with Johnny Newton.
Yeah.
We don't have another edge rusher, basically. We have Dorrance. We have Dietrich Wise. Those are good guys, but I don't want to have to depend on them the entire season.
And then, technically Frankie Louvu, if they wanted.
Technically, I really want to push him back in more of that linebacker role rather than an edge role. I don't think he...
Middle linebacker, get fucking Bobby into the practice squad, please.
Yeah. Obviously, we need new linebackers. We have Jordan McGee. We have Louvu. Right now, Bobby's not on the roster, but who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll re-sign him.
Yeah.
We need a cornerback. Right now, our cornerback room is Amik, Mikey, Trey.
Yep.
Assuming he comes back at the level he can play at last year, he's still fantastic. So that's fine. Who else am I forgetting at corner? I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think we pulled up a few practice squad guys last year. So.
Yeah.
And then we just have safeties that roam into that cover 3 cloud. So.
Yeah. So we need a safety. We need a couple corners. We need, honestly, another D tackle wouldn't hurt us. Another edge rusher. And then,
So a lot more defense.
We do. We need a lot more defense. And I think it should be addressed in free agency, but I also think it should be addressed in the draft.
Yeah.
We have 5 draft picks, I think it is, a lot of them being the later round, but we can still use those picks to fill out the roster.
Right. Okay, cool. I like it. Second question. We have over $60 million still in cap space.
Yeah.
Who do we get with it?
I think our priority right now should be Tariq Woolen. I think we definitely need another corner. I don't think Amik Robertson is the answer at that position.
I don't think he's a starter.
I don't think he's a starter. I think he's going to be fine as like a plug-and-play guy, but he should not be our day one starter. Our defense is going to be the exact same if that's the case.
Yeah.
We need a guy that can come in, that can be physical, that can lock up guys that'll stay on them in man coverage in that Durante Jones kind of match coverage scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Tariq Woolen, definitely. Other guy, Trey Hendrickson, I would be fine with. I'd be a little bit upset just because that means that we're spending $55 million of our cap space on edge rushers, which I get is a big need for us, but I don't know if I want to spend that much money on the position. Other than that, there's not a ton of guys. Like I just said, the list here, I think of the guys that are still available, I'd really prefer, honestly, a Clavon Chasen would be great because he went to, I believe he was in Jacksonville to start off with, and then he went to New England this past year, played great. But now he's looking for money. So it all depends on the deal that we give him. And then just that safety, I think we need to get him.
Yeah.
I think it should, in my opinion, Jaquan Brisker would be a great option.
Yeah.
It all depends on what the ownership thinks in terms of how much they're willing to give him. He played great for the Bears. But obviously now they're moving in that other direction. Might not fit the plan that they're moving into. So I think he should be our priority if we're going to go for secondary guys.
All right. And last question. Speaking of the draft, with all of the defensive signings that we've had right now and eventually will have before the draft starts.
Yeah.
What does this say to all of the believers out there that the Commanders are going to draft Jeremiah Love at 7? With our lack of offensive pressure during free agency. Because as of right now, we're filling all the holes that we need. We will continue to fill all the holes we need in free agency. My hope is the one thing that we won't get, like you said, because there's just nobody available anymore, is running backs. Which is like a big problem that you and me have talked about for a while, being like, well, if we don't get a running back in free agency, knowing the Commanders' front office, high key, they'll probably try to get Jeremiah Love at 7. So right now, that's the biggest question on my mind is like, are the Commanders seriously thinking about getting Jeremiah Love? Obviously, you can't speak for them, or else I would have just asked them. But I just wanted to get your opinion. I know I wanted you to talk about Jeremiah Love a little bit.
I've been thinking about this a lot because obviously number 7 overall in the draft is huge. And we haven't picked that high since the Jaden draft, which was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But before that, a lot of our picks tended to be like 14, 15, 17,
just
12.
Middle of the pack.
Just middle, like just outside NBA lottery, basically.
Yeah.
I think if we don't draft a defensive player, it would be incredibly stupid of us. I think with the amount of points that we gave up last year, I get that we're making upgrades at certain positions on defense. That should not mean that we should not try to refortify the rest of the defense. I mean, yes, we got the edge rusher we wanted. That's going to help us with our run defense. Our run defense gave up 141 rushing yards a game last year. That is awful. I mean, oh, wow. Patriots are giving Elijah Vera Tucker a $42 million deal.
Well, strike him from the list.
He's out. But I get it. I know a lot of Commanders fans are infatuated with the idea of putting Jeremiah Love into a backfield with Jaden Daniels commanding it. Having Bill be that RB2, being able to have a fantastic backfield.
Yeah.
That's great. That would be fun to watch. It doesn't matter if you're scoring 30 points a game if you're giving up 35.
Yeah.
Like, it needs to be, in my opinion, it needs to be one of the Ohio State guys. It needs to be a Arvell Reese a Sonny Styles, a Caleb Downs, one of those three guys.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not one of those three guys, in my opinion, I think we trade down. I think it should be we trade to like the mid-teen, get a good piece, get a second-round pick out of it, get a third-round pick out of it. Because obviously we have 5 picks, but I believe we pick in the first round and then we don't pick again until the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have a lot of draft picks, and that's not good considering we want to get younger as a team.
Yeah.
So as much as I would love to see Jeremiah Love play on the Commanders, I think it would be very
stupid,
not in line with what they actually need.
Right. And like even with guys like Ruben Bain on the board, you would still want to trade down.
Yeah, I mean, like Ruben Bain would be good.
And seeing that we got a guy like Adafe Owe,
yeah,
pairing him with Ruben Bain would be great.
It would.
And then that opens the door for interior linemen, Dorrance Armstrong, coming back and to be better than ever.
Yeah. I was actually talking about this today at work with our friend Ali.
Yeah.
If he's there at 7, I think I would draft Ruben Bain. So I guess I would open up to the 4, like the 3 Ohio State guys or Ruben Bain.
Mm-hmm.
If none of them are on the board, I'd say trade out of it.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I think the disparity between the 15th pick versus the 7th pick is not nearly as big as the difference between the 7th pick and the 2nd.
Yeah.
So I get it. I get that everybody wants a phenomenal offense, and Jeremiah Love would obviously help that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter because in the end, what's going to happen when we play, the Eagles and Saquon Barkley is running 150 yards a game against us?
Mm-hmm. The one thing I can say about the Commanders is that they're in a very interesting place right now when it comes to what exactly their design is to win games. Because their whole mindset right now is, okay, if we want this Jeremiah Love at 7, that means that they are so confident in their offense that they have to pour absolutely no money into the defense and think that they could just win games. They think they're the Rams. They could just outscore every team while the Rams still have a good defense. But the Rams also gave up a lot of points last year. So it's like the Rams can outscore everybody and still play well and still give up 28 points a game. But then you turn the other cheek and look at the Bengals, who put all of their money into their offense and no money into their defense. And sure, they can put up 30 points a game, but the other team puts up 35 and they lose every single game.
And that's not even including the fact that Jaden Daniels, as much as I love Terry, I think he's fantastic. I think he's a top 10 receiver in the league. As much as I love him and Luke McCaffrey, I guess, is our wide receiver 2 right now.
Yeah, with no Debo. Yeah.
They're not even close to Puka and Devontae Adams.
Exactly.
So, and that offense couldn't keep up with Seattle.
Yeah. So a lot of questions, but we've had a very hot first day of free agency.
Yeah.
And that takes us to the end of our episode.
Indeed.
So thank you guys for watching. It's been another great week, and we will see you next week when we actually do the March Madness stuff.
Yeah.
So we said it was going to be this week. We lied. I know. Dirty liars. And
it doesn't help when we didn't realize that the bracket wasn't going to be out by the time we did this episode. But next week it will be. Next week we'll have probably a whole new slew of free agency signings to talk to you guys about.
Hopefully positive ones.
Yes. And we can actually talk about, which team did the best, who we think is going to need to do better in the draft in order to
screwed. But all of that and more to come next week. So we're signing off. Have a great rest of your week. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Shout out to